from apprentice ambassadors. It was a very exciting time for me. I still very much enjoy it. Obviously, you can see my tenure here. I've been having a good time, and I hope to continue those good times. I've seen a lot of improvement in the program, a lot of strides, and that's thanks to a lot of people along the way, like Diane and Frederic. So we're just going to get everybody to a second to try to file in. Maybe they forgot, or maybe they're loading up, and then we will go ahead and get started. If anybody wants to chat about what Frederic talked about, a small 4-minute intro about yourself, you can just say it in the chat right now so I can identify you, and then I can get ready to pull you up after Frederic talks. So with that being said, Frederic, how are you doing this morning?
Hello, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for your kind introduction. Well, quite excited. I'm really happy to devote this Ambassador All Hands to acknowledge and maybe get to know better our new incoming ambassadors. It's been really exciting to see. I mean, I want to really express my gratitude to the ambassadors for bringing the fire, the passion, and the can-do attitude, and their commitment during the apprentice period is really off the charts awesome. And in particular, the kickoff of the mini project presented like a stage for the new apprentice, actually the new ambassadors, to highlight the topic was open, and so was the format. So it was an opportunity for them to highlight their favorite topics and showcase their unique style and preferences. But I think that's was mostly visible to the mentors, which, by the way, I deeply thank as well for the time they dedicated to make sure all the apprentices felt engaged, they felt up to date, on the same page throughout the educational plan. And like I said, it was this experience was mostly visible to the mentors, to me, but perhaps not to the entire ambassadorship group. So this is a chance, I guess this is the stage, so everyone can have a closer look, and hopefully we get some new ambassadors to introduce themselves and expand on their perspectives and how can they help, which guilds they feel more hyped up about, and what they feel they can contribute more. So yeah, so looking forward to their inputs.
That's great. That's great. I feel very much the same way. You know, it was the program is a work in progress constantly, and I think it always will be. Not in a bad way, but just in the commitment from the Subspace team, and as our ambassadors have started to take more ownership of it, the commitment from the ambassadors to continually improve the program is always going to be there, and it's one thing that's really cool about this program. So, you know, I got a chance to mentor 2 people this time around that reached out, and it was a good experience. I've mentored many people in the past. If some of you continue to move up and, you know, you're a lead ambassador one day, or even if you just end up mentoring somebody, like peer mentoring, that just needs help and doesn't quite get it on a level, I just encourage you to remember that everybody has, you know, different lives. Everyone has different things going on. And that also, you know, you can't force somebody to do something. Sometimes they get in the program and, you know, it doesn't work out for them. And that is what it is. You can't drag them along the way. But again, that goes to the commitment from the Subspace team, excuse me, to continually improve the quality of the ambassadors. So, you know, there was a timeline, and there was a goal for ambassadors over the quarters and over the course of the Subspace development when I first started. And it's a both good and bad thing that we are short of the goal, because the commitment to quality ambassadors, I think, is really showing more and more and more, and not letting ambassadors just slip through the cracks and kind of just not do anything while you have ambassadors working hard. So the reason I say that is because I really want to welcome you to the program. I want you to know that we want you to be here, and you wanted to be here, and you're going to see that in your peers. You're going to see the work they put in. You're going to see the work that you put in, and just know it's very much appreciated. Coming from an ambassador myself, just to be clear, I am not part of the team. I am just a lead ambassador. But help from everybody makes my job so much easier, especially the support. It was a lot easier when I started off because the Subspace Telegram, the Discord, the forums weren't a thing yet. And as things progressively got bigger and bigger, my lead responsibilities and the support responsibilities were pretty intense at times, especially during incentivized testnet. So just to kind of give you an idea of how I've been helped in the past with that is there's been multiple ambassadors like Big Jim, who's now part of the technical team, Justin, who was already part of the team to begin with. They would step in and help me with technical questions that I wasn't good at. But what I am good at is customer service, and I do everything I can to help people. And so, with support-wise, if that's something you'd like to do, I'd like to try to soft recruit you right now, get ahead of the game before everybody else tries to chomp at the bits. But, hear everybody out, welcome everybody. If you have any questions, I'm always available. And, just do something you're passionate about. Find a guild that you're passionate about and that you're going to love to do, and go for it. You have any thoughts about that, Frederic, about what I just said?
Yeah, specifically, I think the issue you raised about mentorship and how important it is to consolidate our ambassador program and keep it healthy.
Hey, Frederic, could you pause for just one second? You could just try to unplug it back in or something. It wasn't that way before, but it's very staticky.
Can you all hear me well?
It's still the same for me. Let's go ahead and check in the chat and make sure that it's just not me.
Yeah, I heard you breaking up.
But, all right, I'm the issue. Well, I'm going to be quiet for now then and let Frederic go to town.
Okay, no, I mean, I just want to, before passing the mic to any possible volunteers, I wanted to highlight the importance of the mentoring issue you brought up. That's something we should really feel thankful for. Like I said, big high fives to the mentors of this apprentice cohort, for generously clocking in those hours to tackle all their questions. But I think this is applied not just to the apprentice group, but to the ambassador program as a whole. It is very important that for the veteran and the more seasoned ambassadors to share some of their experience and mentoring the new incoming ambassadors, so we can consolidate and make it even a healthier program. And that's something you touched upon, and I find it really, really important and really feel thankful for. That said, I don't want to consume anyone's time. We hope to see if any newly minted ambassadors in the house willing to come up stage, introduce themselves. We're happy to help you in. Just raise your hand. Or just say so in the chat. We're happy to bring you on stage. Like pretty sure it doesn't have a good connection. Jim.
Hi guys. So Mike's struggling a little bit. He's just asked if I can join to help move things along. If he's lost his connection. So yeah, is there any freshly minted ambassador who'd like to come up and talk a little bit about their project? I think we're a little bit shy. So I can explain what my experience was. So for anyone who doesn't know, I joined as an ambassador. I was a farmer and then became an ambassador. I never made lead ambassador. I didn't reach those heady heights. But one of the big moments, I guess, in my regular ambassadorship was kind of demonstrating my hackathon project to the team and to my fellow ambassadors. It was a wonderful experience. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. I admit that the old heart was racing a little bit and the adrenaline did dump. but it's something that afterwards I was really pleased, and I was proud of the work that I'd achieved. And what we're trying to do here is present a forum or an opportunity, I guess, a channel for any new ambassador who wants to demonstrate their work and their love of Subspace, of course, to the rest of the community. So I hope that makes sense. Let me just check the chat. I see we've got some messages.
Trader Short, if you find any connectivity hurdles, you feel free to share introduction on the chat as well. I mean, you can use any channel to express yourself if you like.
Say hey back to Purple Money there in the chat. I do want to take the opportunity then while we're a little bit quiet. I want to thank everyone, all the ambassadors who are helping our farmers. So I spend all my time, I'm afraid to admit, in the English-speaking channel because I'm not multilingual. So I see that Dragon P and Serioga Sefera, they are massively active and being super helpful to all of our newbie farmers, and it's really, really appreciated by the team. Yeah, sure, Trader Short. But something that we are aware of is that we struggle to acknowledge our non-English speaking ambassadors. So I'm really pleased. Justin popped a big shout out, salutes and big ups to everyone. So we've got Anthony Loves Subspace, Mystery Men, Trader Short, AK3, Clogs, Siferet again, Nako Turk, Yura, Shoni, Dragon P again, Hyan Wu, if I'm saying that correct, and Crypto Addict. We appreciate you. You know, we're not great at kind of acknowledging that publicly, but I want us to get better at that, and we really do appreciate it. There's a post in the Support Guild channel if anyone wants to check those guys. Their flags are next to them. Yeah, and yeah, thank you. I see some names in that list that I've known for a while.
Alex,
oh, hey.
In the house. How you doing, William? Happy to see you here. William, I can't hear you. I wonder if anyone else can.
I'm not hearing anything either.
Oh, that's a pity. He has presented quite an interesting project. Probably some connectivity problem. William, if you're facing any connectivity problem, feel free to express yourself to the in written form in the chat as well. Don't we'll be happy to hear your thoughts. Pretty short. I'm Victor, live in Paris. Well, not bad. Study mathematics and finance, know Python and VBA, already 2 years in Subspace, run more than 10 nodes during the last 16 months. Well, no, quite a feat. When I find a mistake, I write in Discord and after help solve all the problems. Yes, I've seen you being pretty active also on forum, and we feel that's been incredibly relevant for us in order to keep marching our way towards mainnet, thanks to some of the feedback and issues you have brought to view. That's really the driver and the generator of improvement, really. Thank you so much, Trader Short. William, I can hear your voice. but like I said, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. I mean, that'll be wonderful as well. Alpha, no, I still can't hear you. I think Alpha and Omega as well might have some public connectivity issues.
That's great, Trader Short. Was that your project, your hackathon project? Feel free to drop the link.
I took the liberty here to share what is already public, that is Trader Short's contribution to the mini project, so everyone can have a gaze at it. It looks like a quite intuitive and user-friendly interface in French for installations to a better and quicker understanding of our installation process. Quite interesting. Thank you, Trader Short. Keith from Bulgaria. I'm in Crypto Space since 2017 as well. Part of the Subspace Discord channel from March 2022. Glad to become an ambassador. Yeah, I've seen some of your very engaging and thrilling content you have produced and shared. I've seen you pretty active in the Content Guild and really appreciative for your contribution. I've also noticed, Keith, you help moderating the general chat as well as a community moderator. Oh, there. Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes. Please speak up.
Yes, it's me. Yes, thank you for your words. As for the guild, there was a question which guild we would like to choose. I'm interested in onboarding guild and also in engagement guild.
Yes, indeed, and we have already witnessed that. I appreciate you jumping in on the call with Ivan to help out in the space missions, and like I was saying, I'm very appreciative of some of the interesting content you've put forth on Twitter to hype up some of our community calls and latest releases. And yeah, that's very exciting. Maybe do you want to talk about your project in particular? If you.
Sorry, I don't hear you. Could you repeat once again?
No, like I said, I was very appreciative of the content you have produced in Twitter, and for joining forces with Ivan to help out in the engagement team. Very appreciative of that. I was wondering maybe if you can talk a little bit about some of the mini project you presented.
My mini project was article in Medium. Article about subspace technology, rephrased with different words, with interesting pictures and images that I designed by myself to be more attractive for users, maybe to be more easy to understand. And that's it.
Yeah, we've seen it. I'll share it here on the chat in a minute.
Yes, it would be interesting, maybe.
Thank you again for helping out in engagement and yes, as we move along.
Yeah. when I can help, I'm always ready to.
Sure thing, sure thing. Yes, as we progress towards the incentivized phase, and things are gonna get hectic, and communication will be just as pressing as support. I mean, keeping the community updated, not just on Discord, but on Twitter, on our latest releases, on our latest announcements and insights. Like for example, the query made about the proof of time. That's also very important and very critical input we can snag. Thank you to engagement and comms initiatives like the ones you have already helped and promoted. Thank you so much, Keith.
You're welcome. Welcome. We'll try to share it in social media, of course.
Again, just took the liberty to share Keith's Medium page and one of the tweets that she shared. That's publicly available, like all Lumini projects on the Coda page. Thank you so much. Okay, do you have another volunteer? Perhaps no need to be elaborate. Just you. Raise your hand. Samuel. For Samuel. Samuel just invited you to come on stage if you want, or if you don't, feel free to just write text or whatever method you prefer. Look forward to hear your insights. Alexander, of course. Let me send you an invite. Just shoot you an invite to main stage. Like I said, feel free to come up and speak up or continue by voice or text. Yes, Trader Short is being recorded. Don't worry. Thank you so much for your participation and for turning it up. All right, no problem. Scorpio, I'm Artem, 38 years old, work as a metal engineer. Interesting. Been in crypto for 3 years now, and my first node was the Subspace node. Well, that's an honor. To become an ambassador, I was engaged in the translation of articles in the unofficial Russian blog Subspace. Now I'm translating some technical documentation for the site Subspace. My mini project is creating tasks on the Galaxy. Great. I'm gonna share a mini project, and on your note, I want to highlight the importance of the localization initiative that Justin and the entire Subspace team is pushing forwards. We are expanding the scope of the localization, even adding some gamification and incentives to become engaged and show yourself in the leaderboard, and to make it more to make a more fertile ground for all multilinguists to turn up and help out in this initiative. Justin has shared more information about it. I'll be happy to share here as well. Let me just fetch Scorpio's mini projects, just a second. Okay, just share Scorpio's interesting Medium page, where he has some very, very interesting presentations on Galaxy. Sorry, I missed you, RC. My name is Arseni. I'm 7-year experienced programmer. Well, mostly write in Python and sometimes in Rust. Also have a skill system administration in Unix operation systems and run nodes in over 25 projects. Whoa. But lately been focusing on a few nodes for a deeper dive, including Subspace node, of course. And I wanted to say in these words, but I have some problems in Chrome resolutions. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let me try to fetch your contribution to the mini project. Just a second. So as you can see, RC has crafted a very interesting sort of a walkthrough. You can check his work on his Medium. Hello, did I hear someone? Teletype. Yeah, that's the programmer's checklist I was referring to. Really interesting way of formatting the information that could be more user-friendly to some viewers, I guess, depending on their profile. Thank you very much. This is quite an innovative way of saying it. Yeah, a project was aimed at creating a vector for community members that could be useful. Along with that is also a guide for me as I want to become a blockchain developer in the future. Yeah, it looks very educational, like I said, especially for users with the developer profile. RC, thank you so much for your intake. Appreciate those. I mean, that's actually something we should take in consideration. Maybe reformat some of the content we put out there on so that it can be more. It can magnetize any given profile, any given user profile. Alexander, welcome on stage.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sure.
So yeah, thank you. My name is Alexander, and there is a little bit about me. I'm an active ambassador for several projects, such as Leo and Ironfish, and also I'm very proud to be part of Subspace ambassador team. Actually, I'm from Ukraine. I currently live in Kiev. Do I have a good sound?
Yes, loud and clear to me. I hope the community.
Yes, okay. Yeah, thank you. Now, currently, I'm also actively involved in validator programs in mainnet and testnet. That's mostly like different Cosmos projects. And from the very beginning of the testnet, I've been supporting the Subspace node, which allowed me do I have any kind of problems?
No, I mean I can hear you well.
I just read the chat and
Yeah, no. I can hear you well. I hope everyone.
Yeah, okay.
Can. It looks like
And
William cannot hear either of us.
yes, okay.
Sadly.
And from the very beginning of the testnet, I've been supporting the Subspace node, which allows me like to dive deep into the mechanics and potential of this project. And I really like it. And also, I want to mention something about Subspace's guilds. I'm ready to take an active part in several of them, and the support guild is an important channel for providing comfort and assistance to participants. And the content guild is a great platform, in my opinion, for creating and it's a great platform to spread the information about project. And I'm sure I will be able to contribute for a long time. And also with all my technical skills, with all my technical experience, I'm ready to support the technical guild if there is a need. And also a very important step in my journey in becoming an ambassador for the Subspace was my mini project, which I developed and successfully presented. It gave me the opportunity to demonstrate my skills, dedication, and interest in the development of the project. And I'm very proud of my role in the Subspace Ambassador team and look forward to working with you to promote the project and reach new heights. The idea of my mini project was to create stickers that I could use in my work, such as different infographics, Twitter threads, and other content. I didn't find such stickers and created them myself and made also my first infographic with them. And in the future, I will be create new stickers, and you will be able to find them in the Google Drive, which I have linked to the content branch. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for the attention, and I look forward to working with each of you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Alexander. And I appreciate the multidisciplinary nature of your support, and I welcome your inputs on the content guild, on the support as well. Really looking forward to that. I checked your stickers; they were quite snappy, pretty slick. They have a rather unique design style. You're right. We could enrich our array of available stickers on Discord, and also you can also use that as well for other purposes. In order to highlight any
for sure.
Yeah, highlight any new events or use it as a banner for any given announcement. The design is always welcome as a way of communicating and magnetizing engagement. Thank you for that. I've just shared, by the way.
Yeah, thank you as well.
On chat, so everyone can check it out.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's great. William, you're back on stage. Do you hear me, or can you perhaps try to speak? If not, feel free to expand and say more about yourself on the chat if you prefer. By the way, yes. By the way, I'll just gonna share here what William did was a pretty interesting video for I guess for beginners, some sort of a Subspace 101, and he created an animated video on YouTube, which was pretty fun. And like I said, it is addressed to a specific user profile, which is something we should improve with your help. There are instances where we should format content to new entrants, others where we should maybe reshape it to developers. And I see that you ambassadors have come up with all these different sorts of portraits, so to speak. I'm just gonna link here the video that you crafted. I'm just gonna paste it here on the chat. Yes, did it a few times. Yeah, I mean, feel free to share on Discord the other instances on the content channels. We're curious to check it out. Thank you so much. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, I mean, if you can, text and share the link. I just share the link. It is another. We have connectivity issues and so on and so forth. Whoa, we got a new introduction here. Let me pause for a minute. Excited about the video presentation, deliver information to a user, and I see like an element of fun. Yes, certainly is. That it has its own advantages of influencing certain segments of the audience. It's an alternative way of presenting information that may be more digestible for some people, yes. And it is the only way to cover the questions asked as AMAs, and that people usually don't follow through because they leave the conference, or it might require combining through a lot of resources. So I've created an introductory video in the form of a dialogue between two TV show hosts. Aliens, right? Keeping the subspace traditions happening somewhere in an extraterrestrial civilization, yeah. Okay, to list some interesting features on artificial MA. It's similar to Walt's favorite video call or interview, but has the ability to customize depending on your needs. For example, to combine in several different video calls into one, yes, that's also another interesting format, highlighting the more important information from all of them. So you summed up, the essential. It didn't make it too techy, sort of not to scare off the new entrants, and make it more palatable to the wider public. Yeah, that's certainly there. And there will be no uninteresting questions. I mean, all questions are interesting, but just like you said, some questions are more the newbies. They relate to an array of questions, especially the introductory ones, right? Well, sometimes I can have speakers with poor diction or strong accent. Yes, which is difficult for non-English speaking audiences, although it wasn't in the Subspace, but in other projects happen sometimes. So this is just an enjoyable, customizable, and viewer friendly. Certainly is. Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to be repetitive, but we should make some effort to make some of this very complex, geeky, if you want, notions to palatable to new entrants who join our server every day. They just may shy away from participating when bumping into these more complex terms, and your initiative certainly addresses it. Since school times, I was inspired by mathematics, and I left it behind. Oh, because I need to work. I see. But now it's Subspace, and I'm about to continue it. I try to choose what guild to join. I like engineering, mathematics, and engagement. Awesome. Yeah, we all, both guilds badly need some help. Those AI software cost credits, and I'd love to create some well-made workouts anyway. Amazing. And later, I hope to be able to join consensus development. At the moment, I have near 4 years experience in crypto, starting with early node runner, working with TrueProduct at full time, later in JavaScript after Bash, but still need to learn about it. Well, yeah, another multidisciplinary ambassador. Really appreciate your initiative, your effort there, and thank you for your thorough introduction and for the video. We hope to continue and to follow up on it. Thank you so much, William, and thank you again for your patience of hopping in and out of the stage. Oh, I lost track of the chat. Mike, did you see anyone else raising their hand? Okay. Anyone else? Samuel, but we invited him, but no response. Yes, Samuel. Okay, Samuel, if you wish, you're happy to do so in the general chat and the ambassador general chat. If you want to take your time to introduce yourself, we'll be more than happy to read your introduction in the Discord channel. You can use the general chat and link your contribution. And oh, I still don't see anyone else. Whoa, I was impressed by the different perspectives and different user profiles that some of the content and some of the renditions that were presented in the mini project. And I do hope the existing and more seasoned ambassadors see value in it, and so that we can perhaps leverage the knowledge base that these new ambassadors present. Mike, is your sound off? Okay. Okay, not a problem. I just wanted to give you pass the mic to you just to hear considerations, but I don't want to monologue or overwhelm you with my own personal views, and I'm happy to hear any other feedback. If not, I'm happy to give your time back to you. Like I said, if you felt maybe shy to introduce yourself here in a public stage, you're more than happy to do so on the general chat. I think all veteran and also new ambassadors are interested to know your skills and to leverage them. And thank you so much for turning up, for, like I said, for your readiness and enduring the apprenticeship hurdles so far, and all of you who shared into the introductions. Thank you, everyone. I'll give the time back to you, and I hope to follow up on Discord. Feel free to turn up. Thank you so much, Mike, for organizing this and for making this happen.